All right, so vacuumed off all the crap off the top of the intake, pulled all the plugs. Surprisingly, they all looked half decent. Even checked the oil, and the oil looked decent. So just for shits and giggles, I don't really expect anything out of it, but I connected the battery, tried turning the key, and nothing on the inside, but we're gonna jump it here on the solenoid and see if we get anything at all. Keep in mind, this thing likely hasn't fired since 1986 or so. So this is my 1970 Challenger. It's just a 318 automatic, nothing special. Needs full restoration. There's essentially no floors in it. But it's and otherwise it's a complete car. Inspection sticker came out of North Carolina. Inspection sticker is from 1986, so presumably that's the last year that it ran. It's picked up a ready-to-run ignition system, so we're going to get rid of all the junk here. I'm sure that ignition module is bad with all the junk running out of it too. You can kind of tell it probably blew up or burnt out at some point, not to mention 30 plus years of sitting around. Undoubtedly the carb is bad, as well as any kind of fuel or gunk that's probably left in the lines. So picked up a ready to run ignition, picked up a reman cheap carb, checked the oil's decent. Just want to see if we can get this thing fired up. I just think that'd be pretty cool after sitting for like 30 years if ignition and a carb would get it to fire up. So that's the goal for today. At least we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, there we go. Got the carb off. I'll try to get an eye down in there and see if we got any critters or nests or anything like that, but hopefully we should be able to put this reman carb on there. Now listen, nothing special with this carb. This is just a cheap reman. Like I said, the idea with this car, if all works out well, is I don't want to say a restoration, but get done what needs to get done. It's only a 318 car, so it'd end up being like probably end up putting a big block in it and doing some other things to it that are not exactly stock anyway. So it's not like I'm not worried about things being done period correct. But this carb, this is just a test, just to see if we can get this 318 to run. And if it does run and it ends up being worth keeping, then that's what we'll do is, it'll go on a pallet and be stored in the garage, and we'll save it for just for originality, since it is the engine that's original to this vehicle. Okay. So here's the reman carb. Nothing special, just off of eBay, $60. Hopefully it does the job. I got the cap and the old coil out of the way. Right now I'm leaving the wires on there just for ease of wiring up the new one. Cleaned it up in here a little bit. All right, it's lifting straight out. So at this angle, we can see where that's pointing. Now on the new ready to run distributor, let's see here. All right, got the new one lined up in approximately the same orientation. I'm gonna get that dropped in there. Okay, ready to run distributor is in. Just gonna got the cap on there. Now gonna take the new wires that came in the kit and just simply trace them off from the same location onto the particular cylinder that they correspond to. Quickest and easiest way to do it. Any fine tuning as far as timing goes, obviously we'll be able to adjust it before we lock it down.
I don't know. It's gonna get hot with no water in it, but